the same old thing. I need a change in my life. I'm so tired. There has to be a new way. I need help in these last days. He said, come closer to me, yeah. Come closer. Give me your hand and just follow me, yeah. I got prayers for the weary and burdened. It sounds good to me. So put your trust in me. In you? Whoa. Oh, okay. Whoa. Now it's a brand new day outside. I never do all I had to do was lift my eyes to the hills. That's where my help coming from. Come closer to me, yeah. Give me your hand and just follow me, yeah. I got prayers for the weary and burdened. So put your trust in me. Whoa. Everybody say we've been making joy for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Put your hand in his hand. I just wait on it. I just wait on it. Come a little closer. He said, come closer to me. Come closer. Give me your hand and just follow me. I'll take you where you need to go. I got rest for the weary and burdened. Oh, he got it. So put your trust in me. Don't look nowhere else. Closer to me. Just let your head down and give me your hand and just follow me. It's gonna be alright. I got rest for the weary and burdened. You will never rest like so put your trust in me. Feels so good to trust in him. Life is just sweeter. Hey. Yeah. Come closer.
What's going on? What's up?
This is going to be really interesting, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all got something on y'all phones that you can kind of censor, a censor button. Oh, but you're going to need it tonight, baby. You're going to need it tonight.
You might as well get it together.
You get it together. Call your family and friends and tell them it's about to be a problem. We are back. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we got to do. This is what I do right now. While we getting settled, we got 50. Y'all know how we started. We're going to do this regular. We're going to start off. Clay's going to do what he do. Leroy going to do what he do. But we can't move until we get 20 more people. Flat out.
I think tonight we should go right to it.
Dang. That's how you feel?
I mean,
I'm not even mad with you.
I think we should get right to it.
What's happening, family?
What's up, y'all?
We back.
We back, baby. We
It's
back.
gonna be ugly.
D Savage, what's going on? Look, y'all know what it is.
Yeah, we can't do shout outs right now. My mind is racing. I want to shout y'all out.
Hey, Troy, we got to get the
Go ahead, you go ahead,
I got it.
You
All right,
take
listen.
it. All right.
Ty Breeden. Look, y'all know what to do. Start a watch party. Once you started the
Turn my
watch
hat
party,
backwards.
say I did it. My girl D Savage, what's up? Thank you so much for logging on.
What's up, Facebook boo?
Latte Life Taylor.
Latte, my
yeah,
God.
Latte
I
Life.
hope we saying that right.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Are you a latte or you a mocha?
Yeah,
Are you
right,
a mocha
right.
latte?
Thank you, Darius Hall, for sharing. You are a loyal watcher. Ty Breeden, my main man.
Maurice Eaton.
Yeah. Sherelle Ward.
Nikki, Chris, Big Chris.
Yeah. So
My
like
sister Pastor Joanne Coates. My
okay,
administrator Lynette
we
Coleman
need
Young.
at least 50
What's up,
shares.
nephew Chris?
Yeah, y'all got to come on. We got watch parties.
Y'all
now.
know what to do.
Here, if y'all want us back so bad, I need a watch party.
Yeah.
Y'all said it. Now I'm gonna keep it 100 tonight.
My little brother Ronald, what's up, baby? All the way down in North Kakalaki. Where you from? He in
My wife on there.
Watch party. Let's go.
Let's
Ron
go.
Huff, you in North Carolina?
Thank you,
too.
Max. Yep, my main man, Brian Ellis. Man, I love Brian.
Come
Ellis,
on, y'all.
man.
Watch
Solid
party.
dude.
We gotta get to 75 before we move.
Bishop John Watts is in the building.
Lunch. She said go right to it. I'm on my way to
Okay.
lunch break.
Listen,
Well, Leroy, you might as well go ahead and do your
Derek Cole,
Waste of my life.
share this right now.
Thanks,
You don't
Kobe.
want to miss this one. Kobe, yeah, good man. He had a
Yeah.
birthday, right, Kobe? Happy birthday
Yeah.
to you.
to you.
bad tonight.
Happy birthday.
They starting off singing. It's gonna be bad.
Stephanie Ransom is going
Right,
on.
right,
It's gonna
right.
be bad.
Get out
There we
there.
go. And listen, so
Ronald
Sherry,
Huff.
there we go. Tony Foster. Oh, man.
73.
Tony Foster should be on
Tony
the show.
Foster.
Oh, God.
I
You
think he
know
should
what?
be on the show.
No,
I
bro.
think he should.
I don't know if
I
we
love him.
logging in.
I love him.
I don't know if we ready for
He be
Tony
carrying
Foster.
on. Yeah, he be
I
carrying
want
on a
y'all to
little
know
too much.
Tony Foster loves P Valley.
Wait a minute, because that's my little show too now.
That's my show, baby.
Wait a minute. Ted Pilot.
This ain't the
Hey,
pink.
listen, Ted Pilot. I know you got a little light on
Elder
this.
Wayne.
This
Will
ain't the
Craig,
pink,
Pastor
baby.
Will Craig. So like it, share it.
Autumn Night, Mercedes, Pink. What's
Autumn-
up, Uncle
Autumn Night.
Clifford?
Bishop Donnie Neal's in the building.
P Valley.
Yeah, Tony comes on the show, Will. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Tony
Yeah,
on that
Ted
show.
Pilot. I'm still
Listen.
waiting for my time to be on
Oh,
your
get
show.
your popcorn,
on your
Nikita.
page. I know I can't
yeah.
sing, but you got to give me on the page or something, in some way.
Okay, Clay. We hit 75 at one point. We need to hit. Come on back up. Y'all
They
down to
coming
67.
back. They coming back.
Come on back up. We going to. We hit
Straight
75. We
no
run.
chaser, baby.
Oh, you know what, Leroy? Let's just go.
Let's get
Let's
to it.
get, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, welcome to the show.
Let's go.
We got Uncle Roy, Twan, I'm Clay, and this is the Thugs, Thinkers, and Theologian podcast.
And we're back.
And we're so glad that you logged on.
And we gonna
be
do this.
anywhere in the world.
We gonna do this
Be
right
with
now.
us.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all. You
And,
see?
and listen, it must be getting like a Shari that's logged on.
Is she?
And she been on 20 episodes. She been
Don't
on.
mess with my Tony Foster. And she love Tony, baby. She love herself some Tony.
Yeah,
Tony is a
yeah.
member of our family. That's my
Yeah, I
godson.
love Tony. Man. Tony, a good man.
Oh,
I
man,
love
he's a
him.
great guy.
I love
man.
him. Love him.
Hilarious.
Heart, man. Love him.
Hilarious.
Great personality.
Go ahead.
Always the same.
He is. He's a great guy.
I love him.
I love
man.
Tony no matter
Solid
what.
guy, man. It's hard to find people who are consistent
That's
nowadays.
true. Always
sure.
the same. I love
Always
him.
the same, man. I
love him to
love
death.
him, man. And he played that tambourine.
But listen,
Yes, he
listen.
does.
He can
Listen.
play he played the tambourine in Drew Hill Park.
He brought it to my church, and I was surprised. I didn't think it was big enough for him to bring his tambourine.
He got a big
Right.
stage.
Yeah, right. He did. He brought it. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that.
Let's go. We at 76.
Let's get to it. All right, let's get to it. All right, y'all. Thanks for logging on. And if you're coming in late, just share it, please, and write done in the comments section. So let's get right to it. We haven't filmed in what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks,
On
man.
Solange, what up? Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks. It was August the 17th, I think, was the last show.
Yep. 3 weeks. So you know what? Let's pause just for a second.
No, I know what we're going to do. What
Yeah.
you going to do? We going to do it? We going to talk about this?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Let me know. 'Cause
So-
I want that segment.
He ready.
I want
Listen,
it.
thugs,
We gonna leave you in a
thinkers,
minute.
Yeah,
and
please.
theologians is that moniker is not self-reflective. We are
like
not
that.
gangsters.
Thank you.
Our audience is vast.
Thank you, Clay.
So if you followed the show, you know we've had gangsters on our show.
Yes, yes.
We've had preachers, politicians.
Right.
We had it all.
Right.
And we had
Porn stars.
porn stars on the show. The show is not, we are Christians.
Yes.
But the show
Flat
is not
out.
a Christian show.
Say it again. Real
It's
clear.
not, it's not for TBN.
No.
Right.
It's not the Word
called,
Network.
Right, it's not the Word
It's not the Word
Network.
Network, baby.
It's not called Word of the Spirit,
No.
Sword of the Spirit show and nothing like that.
No.
It's not the lamp with the oil of the lamp. It's not that kind of show.
Not that.
Right? So we have everybody on the show, people who agree, who don't agree. Right when EB came, he's a Muslim.
No,
he
when Art Brown came, he's a Muslim.
He wouldn't eat because he was on Ramadan.
Yes, he was on Ramadan that time.
So we laughed
and he's a
every time.
real guy. Like, listen, we talking about legitimate. We ain't talking about y'all who go in church and then smack somebody in the bathroom of the church.
Right.
And then the
Not that
security
guy.
come and save
Yeah,
you. We ain't
yeah,
talking about
that guy.
that. We talking about, real streets.
Yeah, right,
like, got history in it.
Survivors, right?
Survivors of the streets, for
Yeah.
real. He was that.
Yeah.
So we, like Clay said, we want to be clear tonight, Leroy,
Right.
that this is not
Very clear.
a Christian show. Y'all have fried us because y'all thought because Clay's a pastor and Leroy's a pastor and Brian's a pastor, y'all know me from gospel, that all we gonna do is have Christians on the show. That's a boring show to me.
Absolutely.
This is
show.
a vast
It's a regular show.
It's like Ellen. It's like everything else that's on TV. Anybody can come on this show. So stop holding us to this standard of because of who we are, we can't talk to nobody else.
Absolutely. So with that being said, a few weeks ago, there was a stir in the kingdom because we had a guest on our show.
I'm gonna say like the little boy said, I'm sick. I'm tired of this church.
I'm tired of this church.
Y'all church folks. I'm
So
tired
on
of
the
this
show,
church.
we had a young lady who is a friend of our show.
Yes.
She's our friend.
Yes.
And people were upset about that.
They were pissed.
Some people were really upset. I know. I got some phone calls.
Yes.
About it.
Yes.
And people had some opinions on
Yes.
the show. So, what, brothers? How do y'all feel about the backlash that we received because
Let me go first because you
He not
go.
let me loose.
You're right.
Yeah,
I had to look at me ready to go.
That's what I said.
Tron came locked and loaded.
Holding my mule, baby. Because once I go, this gun gonna be unloaded.
Let me just go get my pea shooter out the way,
Right,
like at Harlem Nights, and then I let this machine gun go off.
AK go to
over here. It's as simple as this for me.
Yeah.
There were several people who judged upon what they heard or saw, not even acknowledging that they knew what she was talking about. They knew her.
Yep.
Which implies that you done seen some of her movies.
Oh, my.
And we were castigated for apparently not ministering to her the way that people wanted us to minister to her. Yet y'all did not see the after the show. Y'all didn't see the emotions that were extracted out of her as we did minister to her. We just didn't do it in front of y'all.
Right,
and she was already upset that she was judged in such a tremendous way.
Yeah.
And so please don't ever try to write the narrative for who we are based upon what you saw for a few minutes. Because you don't know me.
I like that thing. I like that one. You don't know me.
Go ahead,
You don't
Twan.
know me. Go ahead, Twan.
So I'm gonna go at y'all for a minute because I
Lord.
think it's time.
Here we
Like
go.
I'm sick and tired of the fake and the phony. Y'all fried my guys. Y'all fried Clay. Y'all fried Leroy. Y'all fried Brian because they pastors and y'all went at them about having a porn star on a talk show. They can't say the stuff I can say, so I'm speaking this part of it because they shouldn't say it. Y'all phony because half y'all seen the porn stars videos. Half of y'all got it locked and loaded Pornhub on your phone. Half of y'all got it. Y'all watch it in between offering and prayer breakfast, yo. Like stop it. Like, I'm sick of this fake stuff, yo. I'm tired of y'all frying them for being regular people. Like, before they are pastors, they are men. Like, they have wives and kids and families. They take care of their families as men. They're called to the ministry. Like, I'm called in a different way. But since they called, y'all hold them to a standard that ain't even realistic for nobody. Not even Jesus can live up to what y'all do. That's crazy. Y'all got standards that Jesus can't even live up to. That's ridiculous. And I'm tired of y'all doing that to them because it's making them feel like, yo, they real guys and can't say real stuff because y'all going to judge them, and then they got to be careful in their pulpit because their members calling and people calling, and because we talked to a porn star. We didn't do nothing that was wrong. How can we get to the lost if we ain't going to talk to them?
You have to have these conversations.
Wow.
How?
They are critical.
Wow.
They are necessary. And you have to talk to the person. And then when people ask the question, crazy question like, what would Jesus do? Talk to the harlot at the well.
Talk, Bishop.
Come on.
That's what Jesus would do. He said, I must needs go through Samaria so I can talk to this hoe.
So I can talk to the hoes.
And he talked to her about worship.
Wow.
Listen, he talked to a hoe about worship.
Wow.
Half of y'all hoes and still don't know how to worship. Where we at tonight?
He back.
Almost
Where we at? I'm back. He's back.
3 weeks. Clay told me shut up.
Full effect.
And I respect my guys, and I shut my mouth for 3 weeks. I shut my mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Ask them. They told me don't say nothing. I didn't.
So people were saying stuff like ultimately, y'all listen. This show is special. We got more stuff coming, right? So like, oh boy,
Please stay on.
They thought that was it.
you don't want to miss this one, y'all. So listen. So today is special.
Special.
So the entire show, we're going to open the lines. What y'all think?
And we're going to open them. We're going to let y'all
call in.
Because they had so much to say to us for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like we got now here's what I am going to say on a positive note. I'm not going to go at y'all all night. On a positive note, y'all sent a lot of supportive messages.
Absolutely.
Like y'all were going in like y'all should not stop. Y'all should not quit because of people.
Yeah.
Those are the people who get our show.
Yeah.
This came out of pure authentic ministry for us.
Yeah.
To be honest, we came together like, yo, we think the church world need to be exposed to the real world.
Yeah.
And we think we could be the ones to do it.
Yeah.
Clay is very diplomatic in how he holds back on here. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Leroy is both in both arenas.
Yeah.
Leroy gonna carry a gun, but he gonna theologically screw you in the word.
And shoot you at the same time.
He gonna kill you.
Bible or bullet is your choice.
He's a monster. Like it's just what it is.
Yeah.
And we gotta be honest. A part of why this seat right here empty. Y'all want the truth? No, you see why it's empty? I got my bag in the seat for a reason. It's empty because y'all put pressure on that man. I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all put pressure, and he may never say it, and that's my guy. 25, 30 years. We all been friends a long time. That man got pressure from y'all because he going through something in his own life, and then y'all put more pressure on him. And it ain't fair no more, y'all. It ain't fair for that guy to be who he is and can't say certain stuff on a talk show. But then y'all get in his face and we support you, Unc. We love you, Uncle Brian. But then y'all fry him behind the scenes, and then he got to go home and try to figure it out in his own mind of what y'all doing to him. Like that man is a strong black man. He's doing best he can in his life. He's an amazing preacher, a dope friend, a great guy. We all got our crap, but at the end of the day, y'all not gonna make nobody on our team go through nothing that ain't necessary.
And he ministers to the lost that other people won't even touch.
Right now, so Antoine Spence, he may not be a pastor, but he's a pastor. Like right now, I have a member of my church is someone that Antoine ministered to. So before she ever went to a church building, she was getting the word from Antoine Spence in the streets, and he pushed her to say, "Go find a church," and she ended up coming. So there are different ways.
Say that, Clay.
To do ministry, and I believe the pandemic is pushing us to be more receptive to new ways.
Absolutely, we have to.
Clay.
Yep.
We have to. We have to.
Like I would never say a name.
You can't condemn people without having a conversation with them.
Yeah,
like you can't, like Leroy, like it's like y'all got to be honest. Like this girl that Clay is talking about, like really went through some hellacious times with the church. Yeah. I ain't talking in the street. She handled the street side.
Yeah,
the church destroyed her.
Yeah.
Like the hurt that she went through with people she trusted in the church. She never want to go into a church again. She was expressing that to me outside, just in a restaurant in Boaz some days, sitting outside just kicking it, and she poured her heart out. And at that time, she'll tell you, I prayed with her. Like, yo, you gonna get through this, yo. Like, I got you. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna bring you around some real guys. Brought her around some real people, and the reason she back in church because she sat with us. We gonna give credit to ourselves tonight because we need to give it. She sat with us, Clay.
John, that's because I mean, literally, it wasn't a sermon that got her.
No,
it was just regular conversation.
Well, life is a sermon.
Come on, talk.
We're
Bishop.
living epistles. Woo! So if we become the word and start trying to interpret the word for somebody else's life, then it'll become revelation. The earth is groaning for this. When it says the manifestation of the sons and daughters of God, we got to look like him. And that doesn't mean in your box that people have.
So
that means ready? I'm authentic.
So is the church ready?
That's dope.
So listen, this is our show. You know how we do it. We pull the guns out. So a few months ago, Pastor, I gonna say his name. The pastor down in Charlotte, our friend in Atlanta, our friend. He was playing Meg Thee Stallion. I think we talked about it on the show. So, is there a line to where we go as the church?
I say no, and y'all know me, and I'm gonna start explaining my rationale.
Go ahead, bro.
I think a lot of times y'all don't know who I really am. Y'all think I just go off. Listen. I am saying no because I think Clay just said something that was powerful. He said that the pandemic should make us accept other ways of ministry. Like we've been so locked into a sermon with a opening, a 3-point, and a climax, and then a good praise team, and then we got church.
Right.
That ain't all to God. Like you can't just put God in that 4 walls. We got to be able to expect. This pandemic has opened all of our eyes. At one point, when we first started the show, Clay would tell you, he was like, "Man, I ain't with none of this virtual stuff." Like me and Clay would argue each other down because Clay was like, "Nah, yo, I just don't like it." But you know what he did? He said, "Hold up, this might be another way for me to grow my ministry and do something different." And now his church is set up perfectly for the pandemic. You got to be able to adjust because God is ever changing. Yes, he's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore, but he's also evolving to make sure that you get what you need from him.
Wow.
Understand that, y'all. We minister in different ways. Leroy going to preach different than Clay, but they still giving the word.
Yeah.
Accept it the way God give it and stop looking for a chaser.
Wow. Cody says God has a way of making us turn to stuff we criticize. Wow. They talked about how they will never get on Facebook now because of the pandemic. They're blogged on every Sunday watching their church service.
Right.
See? Yeah.
They got accounts.
They have to.
My mother has a Facebook page.
That's what I'm saying.
She had to watch church.
I'm saying we've been provoked to move to a place that we never foreseen.
Wow.
And so now we have to live in that, and we can't deny that this is not the allowance, the permissive, and perfected will of God.
Talk, bro.
God is in this.
Wow.
God is in this. And sometimes he's going to take us to some uncomfortable places. Bible says that the Spirit led Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. On purpose.
Talk,
on purpose.
That's dope.
So,
that's some places we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go into wildernesses to be tempted of the devil. Be presented with
so we got tempted when Luscious came in?
No.
No, you weren't tempted at all?
No.
Nah, listen.
No, for you.
And Sherry is on here.
You play?
I'm going to keep it 100. But when I see them old wonderful redone boobs, Sherry, I said, my God, what have we? My God, have thou forsaken me?
You know what's crazy though? To be honest, bros, my fear was not her. Cause I was joking about it, but we weren't even bothered by that.
It, y'all.
Not at all. Like we've seen people really all day long, every day.
Come on, man.
Our concern was how people felt about us being in the room with her.
That's what's so phony. Like we started being nervous about y'all.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
None of us, we all love our wives.
And we
were not tempted at all.
Don't have to worry about that.
We see pretty girls every day, all day long. Like people were,
they made it.
They made it uncomfortable. It wasn't us.
They made it awkward for us. So we wasn't. Luscious will tell you, we ain't paying her no real attention on that side
at all.
She got a big butt. All of y'all getting y'all BBLs and getting y'all stomachs done. Half of y'all wearing butt pads.
He knows all.
I know all that stuff, baby. Boaz, thank you for helping me to learn these things. These BBLs and y'all going to Miami and spending $5,000 transferring fat from your stomach to your butt. Like all y'all butts looking like anyways. Pause. But I mean, end of the day, she had all that out. Yeah. She had her chest out, and we never even nothing got nasty, nothing got disrespectful. She was comfortable with us.
Yeah.
As men in a room with her,
and she let her guard down that we didn't allow y'all to see.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say any further about it. All I know is she was ministered to. And she wants to come back to be with us because we are real people.
Yeah,
that's
not what y'all call real. We are real people. And I love Jesus. I don't care what you say. You don't have heaven or hell to put me in.
You don't. And that's where I was ready to go. Leroy just said it again. Like y'all got to stop being so judgmental and start going back to love. Love conquers all. Stop judging people. That girl felt like she couldn't go to church because she had to sit in the back. Like, no, stop judging people. Let them come get the word of God, man. The church ain't for just you. The church for everybody. You've been shouting and dancing and still screwing the same nigga for the last 5 years. So when are y'all going to let somebody else get a deliverance? Wow. A real one. Where they come in and they want God and you slide down the pew and let them get God. Because you're really taking up space at this point. When we keep it 100, if you're not coming for the change, then you're not coming for the real meaning of church. It's a hospital to aid you to get well. If you come in just for a social event to see what you got on and then you ain't in there for the real reason. So let somebody who really want God get God, and then don't judge them when they go back to the pole at night.
Wow.
At least they getting paid for theirs tricks. Y'all doing tricks and they ain't getting paid.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's ridiculous, yo. I needed this one time. You only gonna get this from me one time tonight. I'll be honest. After this, I'm off.
I don't think so. I think you got
one more subject. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that too soon.
Don't say it. What y'all got? What you got, Clay?
So as you can see, one of our guests, well, two of them, are not here tonight.
Our hosts,
are not here tonight. So, I believe, Brian Martin is no longer a part of the show.
Say it again for the record.
For the record, Brian Martin is no longer a part of the show.
And we don't say it with any sadness.
No.
Or any, There's no division among us.
Not at all.
I'm just saying because I don't think he ever told us why. He just said he wasn't.
This what was weird, y'all. This was weird, and he probably gonna watch it. And we talked about it already, and it's kind of what it is. Like it was weird because the behind the scenes, us knowing him, we know it really wasn't his want or desire to not be on the show.
Right.
I think we all can agree. He really this was birthed out of all of us. As a team.
Yeah.
So when you birth something, you don't want to leave your baby.
Yeah.
Like, for you to walk away from your baby means it's
your
something bad.
Right.
Like, it's pressure I can't even imagine. So that man literally had to make a decision, like, for my life and for what I'm building and trying to get through this pandemic and all this other stuff going on, that the show was a little bit too much pressure because of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, if we be honest, it was because the messages he was getting, it was the backlash he would get from his members and from the people outside the church. Like, why are you in there talking about that? That's not a good look for you. Why ain't it a good look for him to be natural and be human?
Yeah.
Y'all hold these guys that's pastors in the pulpit, because like Clay said, I pastor a different way. These pulpit pastors y'all hold to a standard that ain't real. So they can't be men. They can't have regular conversation. That's what they only talk about Thessalonians. Like, it's the stupidest thing in the world to me. They got wives and kids. They got to talk about sex. They got to talk about killing and murder. They got to talk about porn because their kid might grow up and think that's normal. They got to talk it, but when they talk it, y'all crucify them. So Brian, I know, was in his mind going through like, yo, I really want to do this, but right now it's so much backlash. Like, I can't.
It's a whole lot with it.
I can't.
It's a whole lot with it.
So let me ask y'all watching online, and I'm watching the comments. Call in. The number is 855-493-6499. 855-493-6499. Do you believe that your pastor should live a certain standard? What's the best way to ask that?
I think we have to be very careful and cautious. Because people are going to.
But I can say it like this. Do y'all believe that because of the way the church has been, have we put a standard that's not reachable?
Right.
How would I say it, Leroy? Like,
do you want your pastor to be on a certain pedestal?
Yeah.
Okay, pedestal.
Should pastors live on a pedestal?
That's a good one.
Call in and help us dialogue about that. Should pastors live on a pedestal? Now, I'll start it. I believe that because we are pastors, that we have to live a certain way.
We agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I agree with that. But I do believe the people place us on a pedestal that we can't live on.
Can't live on it.
And I think many pastors have cracked under the pressure of trying to be almost superhuman.
Killed themselves.
Because we aren't allowed to. I remember one time we were choosing paint for the church. So I took some of the sisters from the church, about like 3 or 4 of them from the church to help pick.
Of course,
colors. Yeah, because I don't know about that kind of stuff. Right, so I said, so y'all pick what color should whatever be. And one of them said, so I'm just sitting there, I'm like, they said blue. I'm just saying, so it was like 5,000 blues. So I'm like, I'm frustrated. This is too many blues. Yeah. And the person said, wait a minute, Pat, you told us to have faith. You mean like in that moment, I couldn't even be frustrated about so many blues because I was
sad. That's so sad,
right?
You couldn't even be frustrated about blues,
about too many blues. So I'm thinking like, so do you think that we place pastors in an unrealistic position in our lives?
Well, absolutely. It's always been that way. And what really happens is they don't give, or persons perhaps don't give pastors an opportunity to balance this humanity and divinity.
Wow.
At the same time where they have to balance theirs. So there's an expectation that they have of us, but not of themselves. Because all of us got an answer.
All of us.
The day.
Wow.
All of us have to give an account.
Hear me.
And that's the part that really frustrates me, that I don't mind being on the standard, because God said I'm going to give you pastors after my own heart. Which means there's a particular conduct behavior. I can't go around blatantly
being wild. I got you.
I did it again. I done got Sister So-so pregnant for the 3rd time.
Right.
Y'all need to forgive me because I'm human. We can't keep using that as an excuse either. So let me say that. but also at the same time, there can't be such this high expectation where we're supposed to be so divine, but you still can do whatever you want to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the part that killed me, Clay Lee.
I got you.
Because it's like, yo, to be, it's a calling. Let's compartmentalize it. It's a calling that's put on me as a human. I'm in flesh before I'm called. I'm a man. He made me a man and put the calling on the man. So if he put the calling on me, he knew I could handle it. Right. He knew I'm going to walk in it. But that don't mean I'm not going to make errors. It doesn't mean, because I'm in flesh. So I'm always going to be wrong in some way. In something, I'm always going to have some type of fault. But at the end of the day, for us, don't hold us to something that you're not even gonna hold your own self to. Like you don't have no standards for your life. You mess with every married man. You sleep with every dude in the street that's gonna pay you a couple dollars, gonna cash app you $40. You do all of that.
Yeah.
Then you come to church and say,
wait a minute.
You better not look at my skirt.
Just 1 minute.
You wore a see-through dress to church. I ain't supposed to look at it. What do you mean? Like you got a see-through skirt on and a thong,
A see-through
and walk through offering,
thong.
and then you had to use your credit card. You had cash, ho. But you got to stop and wait. You got to hold your card out and wait in the line. So now pastor got to try not to look at you. His wife looking at him. The mother's on
I wish you would.
You better not turn your head, Claiborne. You better not leave your spits. Keep your
I'm noticing all the bulbs that are out.
Keep it 100. Y'all know.
All the bulbs.
Y'all know when, because churches can be very tribal.
Yes.
Right? And when a beautiful woman comes in that nobody knows,
wait a minute.
they watching that woman.
Wait a
and
minute.
they watching and making sure every
Absolutely.
man. You already know.
Who invited her?
Absolutely.
Who she here for? She know.
Yeah.
She know somebody, baby.
Yeah, she done come up here with her. Sunday go to church clothes on.
She coming looking like $1 million
strutting
bucks.
too. She's strutting too.
She's strutting.
And then women being there watching.
Waiting to see who
she here with. Who she here with.
Who eye
Who she here
contact.
for.
Then when they realize you speak a little, oh, you know her? I just invited her to church. No, you know her from. It's so bad, girl. You know you special.
Right?
Girl, you know you special.
Right.
Blow the trumpet in Zion.
Right. And they walk in there, and them women being there looking. Like, who? I don't know. And they watching their husbands too.
I mean, what do y'all expect though? That's the word tonight is expect. What do y'all expect from us as men who like women? Let's be clear on that line. We like women. So if a woman walks in that's new, that's beautiful, and walk in, she got a tight dress on and heels, and we're going to be like, oh, okay, we can't say that and we wrong now because we pastor, we called to do something for God. God made her. Like she's
right.
a part of what we're supposed to want. We're supposed to like it. There are restrictions, but we're supposed to look at it and say, my God, only God could have did that. Like only God could have created her.
Listen. I'm a veteran in this thing.
Listen.
So I already know when a beautiful woman comes out of church, I'm looking at the wall.
I just told you.
I'm going to a
I'm
worship
already.
They watching me to see if I'm going to look.
That
I'm
light
the
bulb is
oldest one
out.
in here.
It's a crack on that wall. You looking at everything else.
We got to get them lights to go out. That ain't the right light.
Then we need recess light now. Let's redecorate the church.
And then I gotta act like I didn't. Who you talking about?
Right. Oh, that was here. Right. I didn't even see her.
I was so busy ministering.
I was so busy. I was so
under this cloud.
Oh God,
so heavy in worship. I didn't see nothing. I couldn't hear nothing but God. All I heard was God.
All I heard was his
and
voice.
The bells of heaven.
Oh, all in my ears. The joy bells had me distracted, baby.
Right. But y'all know it, because we all been in church a very long time.
That's right,
and
Michelle.
you know when a beautiful woman comes in church, it upsets the balance a little bit.
But it's not fair.
It ain't right though.
It's not
You
fair.
gotta be better.
And we all understand what sin is: lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, the pride of life.
Yes.
We all understand that.
Yes.
But even David looked and saw Bathsheba.
Wait
a minute.
He didn't.
Bathsheba,
That wasn't
baby.
a sin. That wasn't a sin. God didn't punish him because he looked at her. He didn't even punish him because he took her as a wife. He had that right as a king. Wow. It was the way he did it.
Wow.
That he took it from another man.
And she was.
He even told him. He said, "David, I would have gave you the other wives. I would have gave you Saul's other wives if you wanted. Wow. I would have gave you what you wanted.
Wow.
But you went about it the wrong way. He had Jehu, the prophet, come to him and tell him, look, you done took a lamb and an ewe from a man, and you had a herd of sheep.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we told him.
He said, well, who did it? Let's kill that man right there. He said, you the man. You the one that did it. That's the punishment. It wasn't because he looked at her.
Come on, man.
Wasn't because he looked at her.
It's a problem if we don't look at her.
Wait a minute.
For you Uncle Cliffs.
Wait a minute, Uncle Clifford. Wait a minute, Pink.
Elder Darnell Trusty said, my wife already know I'm not blind. And I'm going to look. I'm at home every night.
Absolutely.
Sherry's on. I call it out. I'm so comfortable.
Y'all so locked in though.
Yeah, we so locked in. Sherry be looking at me. I'd be like, gosh, she fat.
Sherry probably know.
I say it.
Sherry probably know what kind of girls you attracted to.
She already called it out. Like, that girl bad. Look at her. She was. We would say. I'm like, God, she killer. Like, Leroy made a good point. Bathsheba was on the roof bathing. Am I correct?
That's right.
Naked.
Yes,
you can't bathe with clothes on.
Naked.
She was naked.
Not a bath.
And David was supposed to be at war.
He was supposed to be at war, but he chose to stay home, baby. He said he chose to stay home.
Baby decided to stay home.
So what today? Listen, so I'm not supposed to look at this naked woman on the roof. I'm supposed to say, oh, look at the Thessalonians in the back.
You know what's crazy?
No, she was a killer.
But I think a lot more marriages would be healthier if the couples were a little less stringent with each other.
Talk
a little bit.
And they have to have these genuine conversations.
Yeah.
Because let's flip it now.
Talk.
Because there's always a double standard always with the man looking at it. Women be looking too.
Y'all looking too.
Nice guy come in there.
He got on gray sweatpants. Right. He got on gray sweat. Y'all things know what y'all. I'm not here, you little
tall, dark, and handsome.
Look at this.
Look at this thing done come up in here.
Look at why he wear these gray sweatpants to worship today.
Right.
Why did he put them gray pants on for worship? I'm so distracted.
Donnie Neal he said, there are more idolaters in the church because they want us not to be like Christ, but rather be God. Ooh. The people have set a standard for pastors that we die trying to achieve. Ooh. But keep maintain a simple Christian standard. I'm trying, but keep maintaining simple.
But they can't maintain.
I got you. And that's Christian standard themselves. Yeah, I agree.
Right. Right.
But I do also agree that to whom much is given, much is required. So I think God requires a little bit more of us than the average believer.
Okay.
But I think that we shouldn't set
they should expect
a little bit more.
Again, I reiterate, they should, or persons should expect something from their pastors that make them want to be compelled to live a particular way.
I like it.
You can't use us as the barometer when we're all saying be like Jesus.
Like Sheila said, women can't be relaxed about it.
And Sheila, you're absolutely correct.
Sherry came home and said,
but that don't make it right.
This guy, Tron, he can't go home and say them sweet one package was sticking out.
That print was coming. Baby, I'm gonna need y'all to go send her to a dentist because her teeth is gone.
Now my egotistical reflex.
My egotistical reflex.
Didi said we definitely look too. I know they do.
Yeah,
I know they do. All these skinny suits on, skinny jeans, and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's what it is. We got to, at the end of the day, all we saying is y'all don't hold us to something that's not realistic. Make it realistic. If you're gonna look at it, we gonna probably look too. Like, just make it normal.
Michelle Douglas said, Carl and I have been together 34 years. So y'all dated 10 years. I've read the post. Dated 10 and been married 24. Right? And she said, and looks do not change our trust or make us insecure.
Right. It shouldn't.
But that's from the conversation that has to be had between those two individuals.
Yeah.
I've been married for 27 years. We just celebrated on September 11th.
Good job, Leroy.
Congrats.
Get some applause.
Salute.
So I send
you a cash app
to longevity
for putting it with him all the years. Carlo, you had a minute Tylenol.
All these arms out shirts you got to deal with. He got to keep talking about team getting it all.
Pastor Randy said we should be sober-minded.
Who said that, Randy?
Pastor Randy.
I don't necessarily know what that means.
I don't know.
Sounds good.
Elaborate. Sound good.
Yeah,
sounds good, Randy. We with you, brother. Should we smoke a cigar?
Take a cigar. Take a cigar.
Just let me know. Just let me know, Randy. You our guy, man.
I didn't know that Randy be smoking cigars. It paralyzed. When I first saw it paralyzed me. I said, wow. It just caught me off guard. I was like, okay.
And we can talk about it because he put it on Facebook.
Right.
He not putting it out there. He put it out there. And that's our guy.
But when I first saw it, I was paralyzed. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? I think I called you.
Know what I'm realizing?
Bold, though.
And I was about. That's what I was about to say.
Bold.
And I noticed you. And the other day I noticed I was on Facebook and I noticed Rusty was at the Sky Dwellers thing. Okay, so that's like a rooftop party that happens on Mondays, but it's not a party. Just people don't understand. It's a mixture.
Clear it up.
I'm gonna be honest. He put the picture up.
Yeah, it's for networking.
So it was a networking thing, and they all come together. But you got to have a certain type of clothes on. You can't just come in there with jeans. That's another thing. It's a standard. They give you a standard. You come in, you got to have a certain mindset. They all be on a rooftop and they enjoy themselves for a night on a rooftop, and you got to put on certain clothes and you get to meet different people and talk about business, talk about what you got going on, But it's technically for the world a party. But he put the picture up, him and his brother was there. His church ain't crucify him. You know why? Because his church understands his ministry. His call is bigger than the four walls. He got more impact on the world if he can be normal. Yeah. Stop making a nigga be fake.
And see, we have to learn how to operate in the marketplace.
Yeah.
See, again, because I always relate to the Bible.
But how far? So how far is too far?
I think it's too far when you become too conformed to the world. When I cannot look at you and see the difference.
That's good.
That's a problem.
Wow.
That's good.
Say it again, Roy.
You know what I'm saying? When I can't look at you and see the difference, then that's the real problem. We have to be the reflection of Jesus Christ. Every time Jesus Christ did a miracle and wanted to escape, he went in the crowd, which means he was just like them. So we need to stop this stuff that they was dressed a certain way. That's the only way he could escape. They couldn't find him. Right. Because he got what? In the crowd of regular people.
Hear me. He said right.
Hey,
I got you.
He went right in the crowd. He didn't run off and escape and hide behind a rock somewhere. He got in the crowd with people that was dressed just like they were in that culture.
You know what, Leroy? That's another. I like when you talk like
Howard McMillan. Hold on. He said it's simple. Don't preach beyond what you're willing to live.
That's tough.
That's a good statement.
Let's say that again. Don't preach beyond
what you're willing to live.
That's good, bro.
There's some people who probably could preach a heavy-handed message,
but they ain't living it. Don't allow your gift to take you in the doors your character can't sustain. I pride myself on that. So my mind now is like Leroy made a good statement. Like I even though I'm always in the mix of those guys, like the worldly guys. I'm always at Boaz. I'm always around a bunch of girls. I'm always around. Wait a minute. That's the first slide of the new show.
It's support.
We got it for the record. Let's play the first dig, y'all.
I'm trying to support you. All the hot boys.
Wait a minute.
The fans watching.
He's only the fans watching. Listen, I'll be telling him, hold up, bro. Like, go back across the street, bro. Right. Like, but no, I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. Like, I'm saying that because Leroy made a good statement. Like, the reason that the girl who went to Clay's church now went because she saw something different in me. Even though I was around all them, she kept saying, yo, something different about you, yo.
Cartier glasses.
I look like them. My glasses may be, my outfit may be, but she kept saying, you talk different.
Yeah.
You look like them a little bit.
You got to like.
But it's weird. She's like, it's weird to me. So that's what sparked our conversation.
But I will say this, Twan, it ain't for everybody.
I was going there
because everybody can't do that. Because some people be around them and you're going to turn into them. So
you have to be graceful.
Yeah, you got to be graceful. Twan can move in element.
I don't smoke no hookah.
And nobody can tell you what your grace is.
I don't drink. Y'all know this about me.
But he won't smoke it.
I won't smoke it. I won't drink. I won't do none of the stuff that they doing. But I'm in the middle of them doing it.
Come on, Twan. I've seen you do it. I watched it.
So now Clay known me for 30 years.
Yeah.
He's now seen something different with me. He's like, wait a minute, I see him now in this arena. This is the first time he got a chance to see it. Yeah. It's like he hear like, oh no. Even Clay like, yo, you walking a thin line, bro. He would tell me like, bro, I'm kind of confused. We would have these conversations like, what you really? And I would say, Clay, I'm telling you, I'm not changing. I keep my standard. So now he's seen it. He's like, whoa, this is weird. Yeah, it's like weird to be able to, like you said, y'all have a grace on y'all to do what y'all do. I don't have that grace. I don't have the grace to go into a pool. I know my calling now. I didn't for years. But when I got clear on it, I walked in it. That's the problem. Y'all not clear on y'all call, so y'all walking out of line.
Wow. So somebody hashtag that. Get clear on your calling.
Get clear on your call, bro. Because if you ain't grace,
I like that one. That's a good one.
If you ain't grace for this,
because it comes without repentance.
Yeah, because everybody can't do that. I'm telling you, everybody can't hang around them. And if you know you can't, you probably shouldn't.
That's a good point.
Right.
Probably
shouldn't do it.
Hashtag that one too.
Yep.
If you're gonna be influenced, and persuaded, and you weak in that area, then have sense enough.
Now listen, I'm gonna be
have
honest.
wisdom enough.
I'm not strong enough. I know my know your boundaries too. Because you're not gonna, I can't go in Norma Jeans and just not get excited. Like I know to do ministry. No. I gotta be clear here, y'all. Right. I know my limits.
You gotta know thyself.
I know what I like.
Know thyself.
So I don't put myself in those.
Heal thyself, man.
Know thyself.
I can't do Norma Jeans, baby. My ministry ain't grace for Normas.
You definitely got to know your vices.
Call me like I'm falling.
Clay, I thought I was crazy, I thought I could handle the Clay. But these ones.
And then my response will be, well, I can't come get you.
I can't say you never, buddy. We both been falling.
You better call Bishop Dennis.
Yeah,
you better call somebody else.
And they call him old timers.
You better call my uncle. You better call James Nelson Sr. Let's be clear on the senior or junior. Let's call senior.
Almost blacked out.
Let's call senior, baby. Make sure you call the right James Nelson, baby. I love him. That's my brother, though. I love him, man. You know I say anything. Don't you? And you
welcome back to Thugs.
Hi, Jason. Hi, Johnny. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yo, we had fun on the show.
You got so hot in there.
Make sure you call the right number. That's what I just heard God. I just heard God. Make sure you call the right number.
Oh, that's a word, baby. You better call the right one.
Lord.
It'd be a delegation down there.
You got a one pot right to a number 5. You're that quick.
I want the blackout. You better call the right one, baby.
The most dangerous show on the internet. Good Lord. That's what they say. Let everybody know. That's where you want to be on Monday Night.
We are
That's where you want to come.
Monday Night Raw.
And if you think this is something,
y'all let the chains off us now.
We getting ready to go.
We've been waiting for these chains to come off.
Everybody can't do it. Yeah, so definitely, y'all. But I think that a lot of couples would be a little more healthy if they could be less stringent. Less stringent, show more grace to each other, laugh a little bit, love each other a little bit.
Makes sense.
Yep. Pastors should be transparent but not common.
That's a good point.
How is that possible?
So I guess they're saying once again, don't cross that line. I guess, right?
It's to be very careful because you got to remember there's a spirit of familiarity.
Yeah, I don't want that.
It's not that we become common,
about.
but people become too common with us.
Yep.
When we allow them.
Yep.
So we hold the authority
to
allow people, to come. What kind of space you let them into?
Yeah. And the influence you have over your members will only be determined by how much they trust you.
That's good too.
If they lose trust in you or faith in you that you're not who they believe you are, I don't know.
So you good on you walking on it.
Be right. Yeah, yep.
Oh, you gonna feel it at the offering plate too. That it's gonna get kind of thin. You start saying they're losing faith in me, baby. Right? What's going on here?
If they don't believe your words, you say the Lord is saying, "Give now." I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
You was enormous last night.
You ain't taking my money. I don't know Give my hard-earned money. Luscious kisses.
No, you won't give it to her.
My main man, Leonard Tyson, says you can't be a reflection of Jesus to people, to the world that have no clue what Jesus looks like. We have to be set apart. I didn't know it was that long. I wouldn't start reading it. Right? Yeah. I love you, Leonard, but I didn't want to start your own podcast. Right?
I can't read all that.
I think y'all are saying good, actually great, but it seems to be geared towards the church. People that may see us in different arenas, they are the ones complaining and talking junk. Which is very true. Okay. I work in clubs. I smoke hookah.
Oh, my God.
Leonard Tyson, you don't smoke hookah.
My God.
Leonard Tyson, you too anointed to smoke hookah, Leonard. I don't even want to believe that, but Leonard Tyson got the power of God flowing. He don't smoke no hookah.
I know he smoke hookah. I believe it.
And Donnie Neal is a man of God. He would fire Leonard if he thought Leonard was smoking hookah.
He ain't firing him. Certain gifts you got to hold on to till God say. Let's talk
about that.
You got to wait till God say release.
The pastor should not.
I smell weed, but I hear God.
And who he reprimand.
Well, listen. Look how long we've been allowing stuff to happen.
If you had organs
about it because of the gift.
If you got the only problem, you can stay. If hookah gonna be my only issue, you can go ahead and play, baby.
It's the other stuff. You better believe it. You better believe. 'Cause now we all come up back in the day when the organist would get a girl pregnant in the church. They'd sit her down and let him keep playing.
And
He'll play every Sunday and make her get off the choir.
Yeah,
and please know we're not suggesting that's right.
Yeah, right. We're not saying it's right.
Completely wrong.
Yeah, so we're not saying
that's
it's
the first
right.
thing they say. Well, y'all condoning that?
They can. Yeah, no, that's not what we're saying.
These are just realistic instances.
Yep.
It's real, and it's because y'all. Here was my thing with that. Like, it's because y'all can see the sin in her. Y'all see her belly. Y'all see the belly, but you ain't see when he stuck his thing in her. So now y'all let him play.
Well, nowadays maybe because they play
now
it's on videos going around.
A lot of videos going around, baby.
You might have seen a clip.
You might have seen it's a lot of y'all. And then I don't understand. This is taking me off the top, but I got to PS this one. Why are y'all women making these videos think you're gonna be a wife? You got 8 sex porn videos circling around the church world, but you always talking about somebody's wife or you want to be a wife.
These are the risks that we take.
These are the risks that we take.
When things don't go your way, gotta lift your hands and say, these are the risks that we take. Well, I'm telling you, ladies, you gotta take all them cell phones and you better find where his phone is. And say, you ain't doing nothing till I see that phone.
Hey, pull your trap phone out too, nigga, out your sock.
Right. You
ain't gonna get me. I ain't on my knees praying.
Donald Trump said, every time I go into a room, I assume I'm being recorded.
Wow.
Because most likely he is.
He's living
and he gonna say something crazy and stupid.
He gonna say something off the rack.
You already know.
So that's why they recording you too, bro.
You already know.
I mean, it's what it is in this world.
Let me ask y'all a question since we go on that subject. Do y'all think the church should have a black agenda? Me and Brian got into a bad argument about that the other day.
Explain the question a little bit.
Should the church have a black agenda? The body of Christ.
So meaning racist wise support black,
like Black Lives Matter.
And what was your answer?
Call in Tyson.
Oh, they on it. Oh, yeah. 855-493-6499.
Just call in.
Y'all can call in now. Y'all we open all night. Call in.
Still say it's the risk for me.
Michelle Douglas, I seen you the other day. You and Carl Stop Down Boaz. I appreciate y'all. Y'all said some things that was very, very potent, and I appreciate y'all can call in. Michelle, if you want, you were very, very clear.
Y'all call in. But yeah, so because Brian believes that the church should have. Well, not just him. A lot of people believe that. A lot of people, and me and Marvin had a conversation about it. Me and Marvin McKinstry, and that the church should have a black agenda. That we should fight for black rights. That we should march for Black Lives Matter. That the church or pastors should lead in the areas of. I don't believe that. I believe that it's divisive. Because there are white pastors that I would listen to before all of this came about, and something they said or did made me say, and now I don't hear nothing about this Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Or heard like Paula White. I just love Paula White until I heard.
Who is it?
Oh, Leonard. Yeah, come on, Leonard.
Before Leroy, Leroy, you want to answer first?
No, Leonard.
Okay, Leonard, come on in. Then Leroy address it. You in? Doug Thinker Theologian. What's up, Al?
What's up with y'all, man?
What's going on, fam?
I just wanted to say about the when you're talking about or dealing with how we look as saved men, preachers, musicians, or whatever it is in church. The people that are looking at us when we're outside the four walls are not the people that we should be worried about. The people that see us, especially if they're people that don't know Christ, we just have to be cognizant or think about the ones that don't know him, only see him or only will see him through us. Spence, I've known all three of y'all a long time.
Right.
You look like, and you, my man, you drive a really nice car. You always, since I've known you over 20 years, you're always dressed nice from head to toe. If a female or dude did not know that you were a saved, sanctified, preaching man of God that writes music, they would assume that you sell dope, bro, because you look like a well-established Baltimore hierarchy drug dealer. Because
you are totally right.
And you drive.
I agree, bro.
Get a little. I hear the slides covered it.
Until you open your mouth to speak to them. That's all I'm saying.
I like it.
Go to those places, and I'm talking about myself too. I do smoke hookah. I do all those things. Not all those things. But
You do all that.
You do it all.
Girl, you know you special.
Listen, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, Twist said to me, the Holy Ghost is a revealer. Be careful when you start operating the Holy Ghost. You start saying something you need me to say. He said, I do it all.
Before we open our mouth and speak to them, they see what they see. I'll look
That's true, though.
for us first.
That's true, though. I agree, though, Glenn. That's a good. At least you said a lot in a little bit of time.
But that's my point, y'all. Hold on, Leonard, don't leave. That's my point. So, Leonard, and keep it 100, Leonard. So, when you sit there smoking hookah, are you offering Christ to people you smoking hookah with?
90% of the time, no, I'm not. There have been a few times I've tried it when I worked at Select. I worked at Euphoria. A few places I've tried it, and it don't work. They only see me smoking hookah.
Yeah,
and I
that's a
don't
good point.
just invite females to church. I've invited some of the security guys that I work with.
Right.
And they'll be like, all right, bro, I'll come through. But they're not really thinking about that. They just know what they see.
That's true.
For that moment. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
No, I agree.
against y'all
I
at
got,
all.
no, I'm with you, brother. But
No, I agree.
I think that's the challenge because we have to find a line. Like we can't say all is open and say because it's all for Christ. So we won't put a pole in the church and do pole dance classes, but it's all to win souls. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It got to be some kind of.
Well, thank you, though.
We got to be led by the Spirit.
Thank you, Al. Leonard, thank you, yo. You know you're our fan forever.
Of course, man. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, bro.
Love you, man.
Love you, bro. Yeah, y'all. So we, 855-493-6499. I know y'all can call in now. We open. We just wanted to address those. Here's the main thing we wanted to attack tonight. We wanted to let y'all know that we are not a Christian show. We were starting there. That's the problem, I think y'all got confused a little bit because y'all know us.
And it's okay, yeah.
And it's cool. We're not upset about it. We just felt like because we kind of presented it in a way where y'all were not knowing what we were, we wanted to clarify tonight what this show is. It's not a Christian talk show. It's a talk show.
Right.
Everything's going to be on here. But we are Christian-based because of who we are.
But we hold our standard.
Yeah, that's the point.
Because even when she was here, it ain't about her. I don't want anybody saying
no, it's not.
It ain't about her. The fact that no matter who comes in here, we always remain the same. Our standard has not changed.
It doesn't change.
Yeah,
we got another caller. Y'all calling in. So
Elder Dono said pole dancing is a great exercise.
Yes, it is. It's a good workout.
Good cardio.
Ain't nothing wrong. Get yourself. Maybe y'all need some poles in y'all houses. Spice up y'all bedrooms. Oh, come on.
Carl Douglas.
That's the elder statesman.
K. Diddy. What's up, baby?
Yo, I'm chilling. Everything is good. I'm on my 24th anniversary, enjoying this most relevant and needed conversation. I'm so proud of you guys. And if people don't know, I don't play about neither one of you, and how brave it is for you to continue. As you can imagine, my wife trained me well. Yeah. She said, call in. Reverend, I'm sitting here enjoying a nice dinner by the water, and I'm getting filled. I'm getting filled by the relevant conversation that's needed. And Spencer's on fire tonight.
Yes,
I definitely got some bail money at the house.
We got it in the bag. Don't worry.
Right, yo.
Right. It's amazing. And so I just, my thing is to continue. Don't stop. I love it. We are not only your brother and your sister, but we're fans and your cheerleaders of what you're doing.
Thank you, bro.
Man, we needed this 20 years ago.
Sure,
that's
true.
true.
Y'all ain't saying nothing.
That's
we
true.
did, you know what I mean?
Sure did.
We got handed tradition, and I'm not knocking that.
Right.
It's what made us super tough today.
That's true.
It's what made us approachable and to be able to maneuver and navigate how we're navigating, right? But now the tables have turned, and we have to really go out to compel others to come and have to be well-versed in all things Christ.
That's true.
All things Christ. We are Jesus with skin on. You want to know what he looks like? He looks like us. What does Jesus look like? He's different colors. He's different sizes, and we got to be able to maneuver and walk into rooms that people feel that we shouldn't be in. And so Triple T is what makes that happen. I'm glad y'all changed the day because Mondays is the best day of the week for me.
Amen.
And that way I can add value. I think I'm going to call Martin, and he going to tell y'all to bring me on as a guest.
Absolutely.
You ain't got to tell us that.
You ain't got to tell us.
You just come.
Yeah,
you just come, brother. You got a seat right there, I think.
You can come on.
Reverend, this is my.
I don't know what's going
This is amazing.
Bro, you gotta, and you gotta. You're a great man with a great family. We love you. You're our brother. Tell your celebrity, my celebrity nephew, Mason,
celebrity
in the DMZ. He validates me now, Carl. Niggas know him. They like, yo, that's your nephew? Yeah, that's my nephew.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was bits and pieces on the conversation I had tonight. You know, we can get there. You know, we're very transparent.
Right.
I only heard, Shelley, a portion of it. Can I tell y'all, I'm not blind. My wife is sexy. She's everything that I need. But I see other women.
Yes.
You understand? But I'm going to tell you what Bishop
got a little light
told
in your
me.
voice when you said that.
It's the second look that gets you.
It's just the second.
Come on here.
Right.
Be very careful.
Straight and forward.
Walk easy.
Clay, hear what I say? I love the way Clay's church is built because it's up high.
Right.
All you got to do is keep looking
straight.
I lift it up.
Survey the land and mind your business.
My peripheral is on point.
Hey, the truth, brother.
Hey, Carl.
The truth.
Yeah.
Tell your wife, my girlfriend, I miss her.
Listen, I will, and she has a good old sweet potato pie.
Listen, y'all don't understand how much I love Michelle. She sweet potato pie, cheesecake, can't nobody bake like Michelle. I'm trying to tell you, like she's a monster with that. She's been baking for me for 15 years, literally.
Amen.
15
love her.
Thank you for calling in, brother.
Hey, love you, brother.
But
hey, enjoy your anniversary, man. We love y'all.
Love y'all, man.
We love you, boy.
I appreciate you. Much love.
Yes, sir. Have a good time.
Man.
Already.
Yeah, man. So that's I don't know, brother, but purple, is that purple from back in the day?
Is that you know I say purple? You know purple. Yo, you know purple got the it's called Purple Flip, the sea moss juice stand and stuff.
That's
out on Liberty Road.
Oh, I didn't know. That's across from my wife's shop.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I've been there quite a few times.
I made a mistake. I'm out there getting the stuff for the restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that was right.
Purple said we have to come out from the world and be separated.
I mean,
and I get that. I understand that. I mean, that's pure scripture, and they're absolutely right. Yet we also say in a cliche-ish way, we can be in the world but not of the world. When you talk about be separated, that doesn't mean I isolate myself from people in the world.
Right.
That's not ministry.
Right.
So when it says come out of the world, it means come out of those worldly behaviors.
Wow.
Operating in the fleshly lust.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
Teach
we understand all that. We're not saying that you shouldn't do that.
Hear me.
What we're saying is that you still have to be able to compel people to come by the way that you live.
Wow.
That's true.
And yes, there is a standard, even though I really don't like that word because nobody can really define what that standard is.
Exactly. Like,
if you want to know what the standard is, it is the Bible that says, "Be ye holy, for I am holy."
Yeah.
Now you have to unpack what being holy is.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
doesn't mean that I don't go to particular places.
That's true.
Not if you're holy, because if you're holy, you're holy.
I'm holy in every arena.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. I'm like, it doesn't change my holiness because when you see me, like the atmosphere does not dictate who I am. I dictate the atmosphere.
Talk, Bishop Spence.
So I can be anywhere and still talk about Jesus. You can't hold me to because I'm here.
We're presiding prelate.
Talk, brother. A world assembly. right. It can't be true. But it's. I'll be trying to say to Leroy, I'm glad y'all say this stuff because I'm like, y'all don't get it. Like where I am does not change who I am. I'm just here, and I might be here to make sure I deliver a message that in a place that y'all scared to go.
Yeah.
Let's say that. I'd rather you say, you know what? Like you said earlier, it ain't grace for me, and I can't do it. So let somebody who is go do it. I know what Leroy do, I can't do. Leroy get in the pulpit and get amongst theologians and dissect and exegete the scripture down to the bone.
Yes,
that's not Antoine Spence. So I will not get up there and do that. Clay Burson is a total different approach at scripture. The way he sees it, I'm not going to see it. But I'm not supposed to, because if it was, we'd all be clones of each other. And that's a boring world.
Yeah, come on, talk about it, brother.
It's boring, yo. Let's wake up. Let's take Leroy don't like this word. We don't like this word. The standard off of people. What is the standard? Because you can't give me a standard for me.
That is a paradoxical statement.
Tell me why.
Because people, I don't, and I'm stuck in that, brothers. I'm being transparent because people. If the church removes our standards, even if they're created, even if every church functions autonomously and has its own, this is how we believe. You know, because at the end of the day, it's what it is.
That's what it is.
Every church, the pastor determines what right living is, and he teaches it from the Word of God, and then the people who follow him will follow his teaching, hopefully. Right. You know what I mean? So people teach different things about what it means to be righteous and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But if we get rid of standards altogether, then people will say the church, their favorite slogan, why go to church if they're doing the same thing in the church that we're doing outside the church? Because I think people are looking for a genuine difference in us.
Okay.
So, and I think that most churches are stuck in that paradox of wanting to be relevant, wanting to reach you, and trying to be as normal as possible, but maybe they aren't wanting us to be normal. Maybe they want us to be different, something that they can try to live up to.
And I'm suggesting
You know what I mean?
that we
Yeah,
should be. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm not saying we throw away standards.
Okay.
What I'm saying is there is a righteous way to live without becoming so carnal and common that you begin to look different.
Wow.
It's what you are graced with, your language, how you speak to people. That's what Paul really meant when he says, I become all things to all men.
All men.
He didn't say, I become a homosexual to gain a homosexual.
I'm not kissing no man to get you to come to Christ. Let's get this clear.
Let's be very clear about that.
But y'all know it's coming. It's already happening. Where openly gay pastors are becoming more common, and it's not even a thing anymore. Who?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Who you thought you said? Who you thought? Wait a minute. This thing
He
is
said
something
Jeff
else.
Long. I said Jeff Long. I think we had Luscious Kisses. Now we got Jeff Long.
I'm not calling no Jeff Long
on behalf of the porn star all over America. And I think
No, you're not already, nigga. We don't want you on the show.
Right. You
Be out of here.
Jeff Long, right?
See you later. See you later. Is he on there for somebody on there?
Renee Taft says standards can be lethal.
That's good talk. Hey, you're live on Thugs Thinkers Theologian.
How you doing, brothers?
What's up?
Good.
First time broadcast, but a long-time friend of Pastor Diet. How you doing, brother?
Bless you, man. What's going on, big bro?
Happy belated anniversary to you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Maxine, many more, but I do understand the topic that y'all talking about. A lot of people out here put stigmas on you all as preachers and pastors and bishops because they're afraid of what you say and what you do because you call them out. So they're afraid to open up and relate to some of the things they really want to say and do and want to come to Christ and just don't know how. But I admire you gentlemen for how you take different standards of what you do and where you've been in your walk in life or what God has shown you and have done for you and how you've been out there in worldly situations to know how to differentiate how to deal with different people and to bring them to Christ a different way. And each one of y'all walk is different. So you're going to approach different people in different ways to help them understand how to relate to God and show him what he can do, what he has done, what he will do for you, because I know what he's done for me.
Amen.
So I've been in worldly situations, but I'm a God-fearing man 100%.
I love it. I like that.
I've been always do everything that you should do, but I respect everything that you gentlemen do, so I appreciate you and keep doing the work that you do for the love of the Lord.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for calling
Hey,
in.
thanks, Jeff. And call me when you're going back out on the grill.
Matter of fact, I'm having something in the worldly place this weekend for my birthday.
Go out to the world, that's my guy. Hey, and remain 100% man of God.
I know that's right.
Look,
Enjoy yourself.
And look, and y'all probably know a whole lot of people that's going to be there.
You already know. The Saints going to be in there.
And I ain't ashamed to tell them that I'm a man of God. Look, I'm here to get to save some souls.
Amen.
Listen, I know it, bro.
Listen, so I'm saying it on public radio. Y'all more than welcome to come to you and stop you, come get a plate of food, enjoy, and take part, brother. And, look, and that's a true statement.
Text me, Jeff. Text me.
You know I come.
Hey, look. Check with the bishop lady to get the address.
Amen. My man.
You ain't got your own posted on my wall on Facebook. I don't have no holes.
We appreciate you.
Hey, look, check on Linwood there. Check on Linwood there, and you'll see the invite.
Man.
You're more than welcome to come.
My God, man.
Bro,
My
appreciate
God.
you, man.
Love you, bro.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I think people.
All right, gentlemen.
Maurice said, "Do he need security?" That's my security guy at Boaz.
Yeah, he trying to get the job. That's my guy.
Hey, man.
He keep us safe down there.
Is the phone ringing? I mean, we got another caller calling in. Y'all call in, and there we go. Okay, yeah. So it's
y'all in here
thing,
tonight.
man. Yeah.
Oh,
We addressed it. We addressed a lot
come
tonight.
on in the room, Saints. Come
Y'all
on.
been on here with us. Thank y'all
In
for
the
sticking
room.
with Doug's Thinkers Theologian too, y'all. Thank y'all.
And we got one more announcement
Yep.
towards the end. You want to end it now?
Y'all
or-
better, yeah. I mean, you know,
I got 10 minutes.
let's take this last
Yeah,
call,
it's
then we'll
good,
talk
it's
a little bit
good.
and we get out of here.
All right.
So, I mean, we wanted to say thank y'all. You know what I mean? Let's just address that because, you know, it's been 3 weeks and y'all could have fell off. Y'all could have disappeared. Other things going on, but y'all came right back. I appreciate, I know I'm going to speak. I know each one of us will speak individually.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the fact when I put the post up 3 weeks ago and I, you know, kind of quote unquote rant about, you know, the whole church thing making us mad about, you know, Brian leaving the show. And then I had to kind of say, we ain't doing the show no more. It was more of a thing of that, you know, just getting sick and tired of dealing with the same dumb stuff. But I appreciate the fact that y'all flipped it and y'all came back and said, y'all can't quit. This is necessary. This is needed. That support sometimes needs to be vocal. Because sometimes people need to know that what they're doing is appreciated and respected. So I wanted to say thank y'all for the support. You know what I'm saying? I go off a lot. You know, I say whatever. But y'all don't never leave.
You would be torn if you didn't go off.
Yeah,
It's
we
what
need
it
you to
is.
go off.
So I thank y'all. But Leroy and Clay, you know what I mean? Just want to say thank you. And y'all know that from here on, it's not a Christian show. And Brian is no longer here. He may come back. We don't know. We leave it up in the air. He's so emotional. Yeah, he's a bit bipolar. If y'all
He
didn't
look
know.
like bipolar.
Yeah, so tomorrow he might call and say, I don't know why y'all told him I ain't on the show. I made a mistake. Get out of here, Fang.
I just wasn't gonna be there that day.
Right. That day I couldn't make it. I didn't see. You got it confused.
Oh, my Lord.
This thing
He
crazy.
probably watching us from somebody else's phone.
Yeah, we won't log in under his name.
Yeah, we know him.
We know him.
We know him
for
for
his works.
He's so weird.
That's
I
how
love you,
we are.
Solange.
We love him. We love him. Hey, look, we appreciate y'all. Y'all are a blessing to us.
Yeah.
And y'all are just great audience, and y'all give great comments and commentary. And we were thrilled. We were thrilled at the fact that when we even said or mentioned that there was a possibility the show was going to be canceled, that everybody chimed in. We just want to thank all of y'all for saying, listen, keep going, for encouraging us. And we're here to stay.
Yeah.
And we just going to keep continuing. So everybody just do this favor for me tonight. Blow the trumpet in Zion.
Listen, all right, y'all. So, in the wake of Brian, you know, I got a good feeling because whenever Brian leaves, something blows up. Okay, remember he was little type in Haley Singers, and
Yo, that's his guy.
He left Joe.
He left Drew Hill.
He left Drew Hill.
and Drew Hill blew up.
They went platinum. They went platinum with the Brian left.
He left no something to Haley Singers. They turned to Jodeci.
They turned into Jodeci. So thank you.
Thank you, brother.
You praise some more albums when you left. Right.
I'm going to fall off.
I can't breathe.
Oh yeah! Wait a minute! Hold just 1 minute! On the black guy,
He was holding us back the whole time.
he was holding us the whole time. It was you, Brad Martin. It was you.
Every time you leave, it lives.
You yeah! You a thorn in my flesh.
Let nobody die.
Get out of my flesh.
Let nobody die.
Don't let nobody die.
I want to live. Yo, y'all crazy. I'm crying. I take my glasses off, yo.
Please buy his book. It's coming out.
Oh, man. Every time you walk away, baby, you start doing better.
Every time you walk away, God walk in. Breathe on us, Jesus.
Yo, y'all know what? Y'all know he gonna get us.
Y'all know he gonna go live.
He gonna do a live tonight.
Get my phone right now.
Give me my phone. Taylor, come show me how to do this.
We love you. We love you, BB.
Listen, man. We love you,
Brian.
Oh, man, we love you. So, in the
What's the
wake,
announcement? Here's the big announcement, Clay. What is it?
so in the wake of the vacancies that we have in our show, we are looking for a new cast member to join the Thugs, Thinkers, Theologians podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. Look,
And my niece.
Niecy, look, you already on the show, Nancy.
Got my daughter here with me.
Baby girl, been with us.
So with that being said, we want you guys, if you are interested in being a part or being considered to be a part of this show, please send us an inbox of a video of yourself
Yep.
Just being yourself, talking about whatever, laughing, joking, whatever is who you are. Send a short video, a very short one, to our inbox on Facebook.
Yeah, send it to the Thirst Thinking Theologian.
Yeah, with inbox, and of course your phone number, email something, and we'll reach out to you. And hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll be announcing a new guest.
Dee Nums and a woman.
It can be we
can be a woman.
We ain't biased.
Yeah, we aren't biased.
If you can handle it,
but Dee, you gotta have the juice, baby. You can't be.
Yeah,
you gotta hold your own.
Sensitive.
Yeah, you got to hold your own.
You got to come on in here.
You can't be from Venus or Mars.
Right.
You got to be able to handle this thing.
Right. You got the right. So if you want to be considered, if you know someone who has a great personality, come on,
he said go send Andrew Caldwell.
Andrew Caldwell,
baby. If we get Andrew Caldwell on here, baby, we 50 million viewers. He be going
easy.
But we serious though, y'all. We really
serious. So if you want to be a part of the show, if you love, or if you feel like something missing, and you are that missing link.
He said a woman or Aaron Hanna.
Yeah,
Rusty definitely is. He been on with us.
He been on with us.
He filled in for Brian.
He short.
He filled in for Brian. That's when Brian got emotional.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold just 1 minute.
Oh God,
we'll take anybody. We'll take it.
So come through.
Send
your clip, a 2-minute clip. No, a 1-minute clip.
Make it 1 minute. Just talk about yourself.
Yeah.
Make something funny. Make a funny point in there.
Yeah, do that.
Gotta be witty. We move fast in here. Boy, you be bleeding. Don't even look till you get home.
Right. And you gotta have thick skin.
Yeah.
What's that in my sock? My sock. I got blood in my sock.
A minute even I got in my car and said,
what just?
Was Leeway trying to slide me? Did
he just slide me?
Right. Like, I'm gonna get him next week.
Okay, we got
a little slide.
I got something for him.
Right.
I got something for him.
A little slide is drawn. Right. A little twinge of slide. That little comment.
Oh, that.
Listen. That Ed Reed segment. I wasn't sick that night. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth right now. I was not coming. I was not gonna be on here with the handicap.
Well, we're gonna have some
on your line. Y'all pray for Antoine Spence.
Right.
You're under the weather right now.
Clay trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah, I'm all trying to be like.
I was right at home looking at it.
Right. But this flip flop so chilling.
I love it, yo.
All right, y'all. Thanks for logging in. Y'all the dopest
we love
in
y'all.
the world. All right, so we'll see y'all next Monday.
Send your videos.
Yeah, send the videos in. Share this. We had 100 people, 105 at one time, 115, whatever. Share it right now. All right, we love you.
Please, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all next Monday. Monday Night Raw, 7:30 p.m. Let's go.
Let's do this.
A different day.
Hey. Thank you, Carl. Keita. Hey. Thank y'all, man. Love it. CD, thank you. Lindsay, thank you.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Share.
Lois Tyson, thank you, bro. Michelle Douglas Hall. Love y'all. Megan Ellis. Love y'all. Calvin Williams. Love you. We out.
I got prayers for the weary and burdened. Sound good to me. So put your trust in me. In you? Whoa. Oh, okay. Whoa. Now it's a brand new day outside. I never knew all I had to do was lift my eyes up to the hills. That's where my help coming from. Come closer to me, yeah. Give me your hand and just follow me, yeah. I got prayers for the weary and burdened. So put your trust in me. Whoa. Everybody say we've been making joy for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Put your hand in his hand. I just wait on it. Come a little closer. He said, come close.